Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino, Pusong Pinoy.
A lot of my content, a lot of my comedy comes from my cultural roots and from my own experience.
Ang first instinct kasi ng comedian is to find what they find funny. And then the second step dyan is to relay how that is funny to the audience.
For me, comedy is seen in everyday life. Manood ka lang ng news, may nakakatawa ka na makikita. Maglakad ka lang sa labas, may makikita ka na nakakatawa nangyayari, di ba? So, comedy is everywhere. I'm Stanley Chi, I'm a host, content creator, stand-up comedian, podcaster. Growing up, I was lucky to be around funny relatives and cousins. In school, I have funny classmates, yung mga nakakatawang humirit. Na-influence din ako kasi shy type ako nung nag-aaral eh. Hindi naman ako talaga yung magpapatawa on stage. Mostly sa mga close friends lang ako na nagda-joke, nakipagkwentuhan. Sabi nila, I was funny raw kasi during class, among friends, nagpapatawa ako, and during yung mga family reunions and yung mga pag lumalabas kami ng mga friends ko, natatawa sila sa mga jokes ko. I never imagined na maging comedian ako. Kahit na nung bata ako, never in my wildest dreams na naisip ko maging writer ako, comedian, stand-up comedian, podcaster, TV host. Yung parents ko, saka relatives ko, mostly mga employees. So, nagkatrabaho sila sa bangko or they put up their own business. So, they're expecting me to follow the same path. We were told na dapat mag-aaral ka na mabuti, either mag-business ka or mag-work ka sa bangko or the typical Filipino-Chinese na occupation. Magdo-doktor ka, maglo-lawyer, anything na may title. Pero when I was studying, nasa arts talaga yung yung hilig ko. So, the typical Filipino-Chinese na household, they discourage you, pero wala doon talaga yung hilig ko, nasa arts talaga. I'm a fine arts graduate and I used to work in an advertising agency. Bata pala ako, alam ko dapat maging practical din ako, na if hindi ako naging stand-up comedian or TV host, kailangan meron akong ibang ginagawa para I could pay the bills. We Chinoys have to be practical. If you want to pursue a career in comedy or in the arts, you also have to have a backup plan or a side hustle. So after that, after resigning from the advertising agency, I drew comic strips for Manila Bulletin. I was there for almost 15 to 16 years. Yung comic strip ko dun, tungkol din sa mga Chinoy. Ang title, Chopsticks. And then after that, nag-stand-up comedy ako, columnist ako sa FHM. I've written 12 humor books. My audience are mostly Filipino-Chinese, and because they can relate to my style of humor, my jokes, my subtle hits about being Chinoy, and even if you're Filipino, I'm sure na may kakilala kang Chinoy or Chinese, kaya nakaka-relate ka rin sa mga jokes ko.
When you're in school and you're Chinese, your Filipino classmates would always ask you, Stanley, pag Chinese ka, dapat ba Chinese din mga pangasawa mo? Siyempre, depende sa nagtatanong, di ba? Pag maganda, di naman, di na uso yun.
My style of humor is observational and relatable to Chinoys and, of course, Filipinos. Because I grew up during the 90s, we have the same point of view, and I think the Filipinos can relate to it, especially the Gen X, Millennials, and may mga Gen Z na rin. Of course, kailangan relatable yung mga jokes ko sa mga nanonood sa akin. Iisipin ko, nagigets ba to ng Filipino-Chinese audience? Ng Pinoy audience, nagigets ba? Wala naman siguro ma-offend dito. Pwede naman ako mag-joke tungkol sa mga Chinoy kasi Chinoy din ako. So, I always put the audience first. If it's relatable to my audience, then I write those jokes. When I'm hosting sa TV, iba yung personality or character ko. Pero, mas na-heighten na lang kasi, syempre, nasa stage ka, napapanood ka ng marami. So, mas, level 10 na Stanley Chi napapanood nyo. Pero in real life, mahihain ako eh. Mga lang, Level 1 lang, level 2, then I'm passionate about making people laugh. Pero I'm still thinking kung ano yung purpose ko kung bakit ako nilagay dito sa pagiging entertainer, pagiging TV host. Pero sana at least nag-e-enjoy yung audience na nanonood sa akin.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Dash Cargo, Propelling Possibilities, AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc., Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation, BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific, Peak Sports Philippines, Chua Bangtang, Jimmy C, Aningo, Cosmopolitan Memorial Chapels and Crematory, Ursao, Dermisay Incorporated, Philflex Wires and Cables, Japan Parts Trading Center, Evergreen Cereals, Tanyan Key Foundation, East Ocean Palace Restaurant, Tiger Lim Events, GB Shoes, Versailles Palace Alabang Events Place, Mass by Green EPH, Water Care, Ford Tractor Philippines, your long-term agriculture partner, HOA Trading Corp, Zespri, High Top Supermarket, Royal Shark's Fin Seafood Restaurant, Golden Fortune Seafood Restaurant, CW Home Depot, Poland Hopia, OSK Tools USA, Chinese-Filipino Business Club Inc., Federation of Filipino-Chinese Association of the Philippines Foundation Inc., Philippine Jinjiang General Association, Jersey Haven, Ana Maria Lam, Enrique Chua, Ang Kian Hyong, William Goshako, Mary Nang, Uy Shokpo, G2 Global, Verleo Catering, Wonderful Trading, MGM Industry Inc., Grand Family Association of the Philippines Inc., Sharon Tan, Thomas Kua, Esther and Danny Lee, Nung Family, Lee Pue Chin and Jensen Chua.
Tay, dito na po kayo.
Sarap pag may asim. Always here with cracklings.
Sa totoo lang. Chilito kasi talaga type ko.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy.
My name is Chino Liao. I am a Filipino-Chinese stand-up comedian with Comedy Manila. My childhood was interesting because we are Chinoi by last name, Filipino-Chinese by last name. My mom is full Filipina. A lot of my relatives are also full Filipino. My family is very traditional in the sense that I still live in my family's compound. So with my parents still when they are in the country, with my other relatives here, aunts and uncles and cousins. We always get together for meals, for celebrations. Both my parents are bankers. They come from a banking background. So I'm the only front-facing, camera-facing member of this family. So that in itself is harder to explain kasi hindi din nila ako nakita as a very outgoing person growing up, and they believe that comedians are outgoing. Supportive naman sila sa akin. I don't think I was really pressured to be a lawyer or a doctor. We weren't dissuaded from doing something in the arts. They just, my parents, I think, just wanted us to do good in whatever we chose. But now, fortunately, we got to a point, especially post-pandemic, after doing it for so many years, we got to a point where I was fortunate enough to turn this into a career, to be able to sort of provide for myself, and actually achieve things that, normal people don't necessarily do as artists, right? So The proof is in the pudding. If you believe in something hard enough, mangyayari yan eh. I first discovered stand-up comedy from the shows that they aired on late-night cable here. Mga Conan, diba? Yung mga Jay Leno, yan. So they would have a monologue at the start, and then at the end of the show, meron silang usually comedian, I guess. From there, I just started watching a lot. And then, because these shows would also air on Jack TV, where Black Palooza was done, doon ko nakita yung opportunity to, why not try it? Kasi nagsusulat na din ako niyan. I'm originally a writer. I started doing comedy in 2008. I was part of the second batch of Laugh-A-Palooza. Laugh-A-Palooza aired on Jack TV, and I was part of the batch that also included Jimmy Labrador, Ryan Rems of the Cool Pals, as well as other comedians. And they were looking for people to start doing comedy with. And then after that, we joined Comedy Cartel with Mr. Tim Tayag. And then from there, we just started doing more and more shows, open mics, stand-up shows here and abroad. Ang material ko is what I find funny, personally. A lot of what I find funny is personal experience. And from my personal experience, it's a lot to do with the general Filipino experience. About being Chinoy, it hasn't really prevented me from getting roles or opportunities. If anything, nakatulong siya sa akin being Chinoy kasi mas nabubook ako for Chinoy shows, like working with people who are also in the same entertainment field. Booked din ako for other shows because I also host, I also perform regular stand-up, I am also a podcaster, so I'm also booked for those. It's just that it opens also other opportunities for me to work with other Chinoy talent like Stanley Chi, like si Ansis Sy, diba? So all these other guys, I also work with a lot more constantly now, more frequently now because of our heritage. I started performing overseas. The first time I got to perform was 2010. Pumunta ako ng Hong Kong Comedy Festival.
So, what's it like to have your own McDonald's? What's it like? I tell them this is what it's like. This is what it's like to have your own McDonald's.
And then from there, I also got to perform in other places. Since then, I've been the first Filipino to perform stand-up in Shanghai, China, for the Chinese International Comedy Festival. I was also the first Filipino stand-up comedian to be part of the very big, very Asian festival in New York. So that's also important to me. My family has since migrated to the US. So from time to time, I get to perform stand-up comedy while I'm there, while I'm visiting.
You have Filipinos here tonight. Oh my God! Why are you not on duty?
Around Asia also, when we travel, I get to perform stand-up comedy for them. Some of my favorite sets that I've done, I've actually done abroad, and I'm very proud of that. On stage and off stage, I believe I am two different people. Kasi may ibang nagagawa yung stage sa mga tao. Mas confident ako on stage. I'd like to believe I can say na may protection na binibigay on stage, yung stage itself, to the performer because it allows you to say things that you normally wouldn't say on a day-to-day basis. And on stage, because I feel more confident, ako personally, hindi ko gawain kumausap ng strangers, but when I'm on stage, makikipag-usap ako sa audience because I like knowing the people that come to our shows, and I like being able to, relate a part of myself to them.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dagong Chino Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Dash Cargo, Propelling Possibilities, AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc., Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation, BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific, Peak Sports Philippines, Chua Bangtang, Jimmy C, Aningo, Cosmopolitan Memorial Chapels and Crematory, Ursao, Dermisay Incorporated, Philflex Wires and Cables, Japan Parts Trading Center, Evergreen Cereals, Tanyan Key Foundation, East Ocean Palace Restaurant, Tiger Lim Events, GB Shoes, Versailles Palace Alabang Events Place, Mass by Green EPH, Water Care, Ford Tractor Philippines, your long-term agriculture partner, Hoa Trading Corp, Zespri, High Top Supermarket, Royal Shark's Fin Seafood Restaurant, Golden Fortune Seafood Restaurant, CW Home Depot, Poland Hopia, OSK Tools USA, Chinese-Filipino Business Club Inc., Federation of Filipino-Chinese Association of the Philippines Foundation Inc., Philippine Jinjiang General Association, Jersey Haven, Ana Maria Lam, Enrique Chua, Ang Kian Hyong, William Goshako, Mary Nang, Uy Shokpo, Petromax Enterprise, Yalex Shirt, Vecco Paper, Filipino-Chinese Chuancho Association Inc., Federation of Filipino-Chinese Alumni Association Inc., Albert Ko, Leonard D., Lim Gyokyan, Teresita and Edison Tung.
At sa mga oras na masaya ka, ako ang una mong hinaharana lagi-lagi. Gamit ang mga kantang ikaw mismo ang nagsulat.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy.
My name is Ansis Sy, Shi Chuncheng. I'm a stand-up comedian, improviser, and content creator. So, as a kid, lumaki ako sa lola ko, sa ama ko, for the longest time with my two aunts and my uncle. I did have a lot of Chinoy traditions, especially when my grandma was still alive. So, siya yung mas nag-encourage sa amin to speak more Hokkien. Siya rin yung parang mas traditional when it comes to like going to temples. Values instilled by my parents or my ama na-instill sa amin yung discipline and yung pagiging medyo grade conscious in a way na kailangan laging honor student, kailangan mataas yung grades. Well, I think one of the toughest challenges growing up, especially in a very traditional Chinoi household, was growing up gay and being closeted nung bata ako at least. Na-overcome ko yun once I came out to my parents. At first, syempre hindi nila tinanggap kaagad. But now, them seeing me happy with my partner, them seeing me flourishing in my career as a gay man, as a comedian, they're happy and they're accepting. Nung bata rin ako, like, in-instill sa akin na parang, oh, dapat maging doktor ka, ganun. Very, very traditional Chinese. So I just took up ME sa Ateneo, Management Engineering. So after taking that, I did different types of jobs in different industries. And nung napanood ko yung Spit, nung hindi pa sila sobrang sikat nun, and then I discovered na may school sila, yung Third World Improv. And as an introvert, sabi ko, gusto kong subukan mag-enroll sa school nila, maybe to come out of my shell a little bit more. Doon ko na-discover na parang, wow, may talent pala ako in comedy and I can be funny and maybe I can do this in as a hobby. Hindi ko pa nga actually masyadong inisip na kaya ko siya gawin professionally. Stand-up, I wanted to do for quite some time. 2023, doon ulit ako nagkalakas loob to do an open mic with Comedy Manila. And after that first open mic, I got booked for a Pride show. So yun yung parang first paid gig ko as a stand-up comedian. I actually started my TikTok account nung pandemic, just like everyone else. I started doing like dances, ganun. Nagkaroon ng trend last year yung parang I'm blank. of course, I do this and this. So, ginawa ko ng Chinoy version. Parang, I'm Chinoy, of course, blah, 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 blah.
I'm Filipino-Chinese. Of course, you're gonna ask me for tikoy.
Tapos yun yung parang unang naging mas viral na video ko from last year. And then from that, na-realize ko, pwede ko siguro ituloy-tuloy yung pagiging, yung paggawa ng Chinoy comedy content. Si Auntie una siyang lumabas last year. I think yung unang content na lumabas siya, it was a content about introducing your Pinoy jowa to your Chinoy mom, ganun.
Aya, how am I? Ahog na besa, malagkit ako.
Ngayon, yung auntie as a character, medyo combination siya, mixture siya of my real-life aunties, my real-life mom, at saka yung lola ko. Me being Chinese-Filipino, parang really shaped my characters online because majority of my content dun nanggagaling. Most of my content take inspiration from my cultural roots, yung mga traditions natin as a Chinoi, yung mga attitudes, mga behaviors natin, mga traditions, mga pag-uugali. For me kasi comedy is what's true and what's real and what's relatable. So a lot of my, lalo na kunyari sa stand-up comedy ko, yung mga material ko is a lot, parang kwento lang. Kinakwento ko yung mga pinagdaanan ko ng bata ako, pinagdadaanan ko ngayon as a Chinoy, as a Chinoy gay man.
Guys, for this video, turo ko kayo kung paano gawin ang helicopter. Parenting. Step 1, be overprotective. Shorty, bawal lumabas mag-isa. Dapat kasama ako.
I think yun yung comedy for me. I think it's a reflection of real life.
It's a unique take on life. Kasi yung upbringing ko, in the general sense, is already different from other Filipino comedians' upbringing, much more other Chinoy comedians' upbringing.
Being a Chinoy in the entertainment industry, yung challenge lang naman dyan is yung stereotype. Kasi ginagawa yung baluktot mag-Tagalog, naka-chongsam, puro tungkol sa pera, mag-iipon, ganyan, or magtatrabaho sa hardware. So, at least ngayon, nabibreak na natin yung stereotype. Naging mas open na yung entertainment industry, pati yung audience natin. For me, yung mga topics such as yung Great Wall, yung mga Chinese stereotypes, pinag-uusapan yan pero ginagawa ko pa-joke para mas kayang tanggapin ng mga senior, mga parents natin, or our relatives, or even the people around us. Kasi di ba, pag napatawa mo sila, makikinig sila sa'yo.
Sa social media, yung medyo trick ko rin ngayon is parang mas protective shield ko si auntie on social media. Kasi although sarili ko siyang opinions, yung auntie character, siya yung parang mas madada, siya yung kayang kahit na ano, pwede niyang sabihin without judgment. I think comedy is a good way to talk about these issues because one, it's entertaining, it's funny. So parang nawawala yung tension, yung barrier for us to talk about these difficult topics. I think it's just important to still use our platforms and still use comedy for good.
I understand na yung mga ginagawa namin as comedians, diba? And I'm using this term very loosely, as public figures, may following kami, diba? May representative kami of something, of a community, whether we want to be or not.
There are a lot of Filipino-Chinese entertainers. Hindi nyo lang nalalaman. Ngayon, mas accepted na, kaya mas okay.
I'm starting to learn a little bit more about what it means to be Chinoy. I was recently part of the first ever Chinoy or Landang open mic, right? And I've noticed how diverse Chinoys are. Kasi may misconceptions, and I agree. I'm part of that stereotyping as well, na maniniwala tayo yung mga Chinoy is very uptight, very conservative, ayaw na sa arts, diba? Dapat business, diba? I recently got to learn more about yung mga Chinoys can be funny too, or Chinoys can appear on TV too. I also learned that from that side, hindi porket hindi na ako nag-aaral sa Chinese school or hindi na ako nag-Chinese myself, hindi na ako Chinoy. Kasi it's more about how you identify. It's something that I'm learning to, learn more about myself.
Wala masyadong Chinoy representation on media. Parang wala ako masyadong nilook up to. Ngayon, hindi ko siya iniisip. Hindi ko siya iniisip na I'm that representation for Chinoys. Pero if I'm that, then I'm privileged na hopefully mas na-inspire ko yung ibang Chinoys like me. Yung media landscape kasi ngayon, it's really very digital now. So I think putting content out there on social media really affects how people view us as a community. Although it's funny, it's also a way to celebrate our culture or even educate yung mga non-Chinoys na parang, ang dami rin pala nating mga similarities when it comes to culture.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. #Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy was brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Owishi Oh Wow. Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities. BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific. AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc. Peak Sports Philippines. Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation. Chua Bangtang, Jimmy C, Aningo,